For TraderInsight.com, this is Tom Incorvia, and welcome to my top-down trade analysis video. The information I'm about to give you will be pertinent for Monday, January the 11th. I'd like to begin by taking a look at the subsector of the aerospace defense, specifically the electronics. On Friday, the index closed at the midpoint of the range. I think this is somewhat optimistic due to the reaction in the broader averages, specifically the S&P 500, closing basically on the lows of the day after the dismal employment numbers. So being in the mid-range is a little bit optimistic. As you could see, it had been trending, had a little pullback here, and rallied again. It took out the resistance that was at the 110 level, 108 level that was placed in here. Took that out and has pulled back, and as normal is testing the levels that were put in and now become resistance. And I'm thinking the next push is going to be to the upside. Now, as usual, I took a little look at several of the stocks that make up the sub-index. There was a couple that looked very interesting. First one is Honeywell International. The chart is very similar to that of the sub-index. It took out the resistance that was put in the beginning of November, broke that and is pulled back and is resting on support. Once again, I think this is going to be pushing higher. I don't know exactly. I don't think it's going to run up to the 50 level in any short period of time, but I do think it will challenge the swing high of the 36 and change level and probably go a little bit higher. Now, the second stock within that sub-index is Rockwell Collins, symbol COL, and had a fairly big range and specifically had some very nice volume with that. But there was a lot of buying in the end of the day and actually closed marginally lower, but had a very strong rally, which I like to see. Buyers came in at the end of the day pushing the stock higher. And very similar to that, as you could see, we had resistance set in probably around the 39 area. It broke above that and is now testing that. And once again, I think we're going to at least test the swing high of 42. Now there's one more that I'd like to take a look at. ESCO, symbol ESE. This one ended in the middle of the range, but very strong trend, as you could see, over the last month and a half, and had a normal pullback. And once again, I think we're going to at least test the swing highs, if not get into the high 40s. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to drop me a note at tom@traderinsight.com.